All right, it looks like that all is working correctly. And then I just gotta get my post set, and we'll be on and rocking. All right, and we got the post out. Well, one of them. We have to do the other one. And we have to tell the thing that we're live. 3 hours about. Boom. All right, we got it. Oh, okay, we only have 2 minutes left on the clock. We're making great time. I thought that was fine, but we deserve more, and we're gonna have it. Oh shit. Clearly don't use very much of that. Oh, damn, I didn't update my name at all. Fuck. All right. Thought we were so on top of everything. All right, there we go. uh, then we push this button. All right, okay. And then we can big webcam for a sec. Perfect! Hey gamers. Empress Quinn here. They have Modern Horizons 2 on MTGO this week, so I figured we would hop on and fucking run back what we did last week, basically with MH1, where I draft the cards with the rare and mythic rare set symbols and hope we put together something cohesive. MH2 is the one with the artifact lands that are typed bridge and are indestructible, so fixing should be more conducive to my greedy 3-color desires. And as far as the rest of what this is, I don't fucking know. I have no idea what this set's about, gamers. Oh shit, Rags is here? Get them rares. I will indeed do that, Steel City MTG. Thank you so much for coming through. Damn, is this really the set with Ragavan? Let's put this over here right quick. Already. We're gonna switch there and take a look at a set colon MH2. All right, yeah, I've seen some of these. Oh, sick, they got Replenish in here. Bro, Sarah's Emissary? Hell yeah. Oh, I remember Search the Premises. I played this in the Bant Clues deck that I had for a while with Amareth the Lustrous. We love her. That was more of a rhythm game simulator than an actual deck, though. Fractured Sanity, Inevitable Betrayal. Was it just 5 suspend cards in this set, or did they have more? Oh, and Steven wants to see some Dakons and some Gaedron Dahadas. They may not be great in Limited, but they are fun to look at. You're so right on that. And actually, Dakin Blackblade, I don't know if he's good in Limited or whatever, but the card actually fucking rules. Bro, Sword of Hearth and Home is in this set? This is where that's from? Oh shit. Alright, so we've got some bangers to look forward to. My beloved Murktide Regent, hello. Maybe we will just open Murktide and draft the blue-red Murktide deck from 60 card constructed. If we get lucky, we'll think about that. Oh shit, Rise and Shine is from here. And there's that card earlier, I think like Hard Evidence. Yes, okay. I think Clues is a thing in this set. So maybe like Artifact Volume and then Rise and Shine as your like overrun. That sounds likely. Subtlety, is this your first printing? Is this where the Evoke Elementals came from? Okay. We've got that to look forward to. Bro, Archon of Cruelty is here. Oh, I love that rude bitch. Okay, and Dam is from here. Cool. Healthy Voidwalker. Grief. Bro, Necrogoyf. There's a lot of cards that I absolutely adore in MH2 that I forgot came from MH2. Oh, Turok Dreadcanter. I have never played this guy, but I want to. He is so rude, and I want that for me. Yeah, dude, this set was a banger. The Other Tracy, hello. Thanks so much for coming through. We're drafting MH2, and we're gonna grab the ones with the rares and the mythic set symbols. and hopefully put together a playable deck with that. I'm seeing a lot of artifact creatures, so it seems like artifacts in general is a thing that you do in MH2. I'm jotting that down. This Calibrated Blast is a card that I wanted to be good, and I just have never gotten it to do the thing. But it has such potential, right? If you're in the kind of deck that's like on affinity for whatever, and all of your spells actually only cost 1 mana, but you can, like, they have the 15 mana value or whatever, and you can just, like, explode people. Yeah, Calibrated Blast is so cool. Hello, Ash Ketchum. Thanks so much for coming through. We will indeed keep it up. Yo, Chef's Kiss with Asmarana Martika Diced Kuldakar. Is she from here? I have to assume so, otherwise, like, you know. I don't know where else she came from. Oh, dude, Flame Blitz. This is a card that I looked at affectionately. I've never fucking... I love that casual full name flex. Yeah, I learned how to say it. They posted a pronunciation guide on the internet, and I was like, great, committed to memory. Fury, I love you. I can't wait to pick you. Harmonic Prodigy, hello. Glimpse of Tomorrow. Let's suspend Warp World, cool. Oh, dude, Obsidian Charma. I love this guy. What a rude bitch. Ragavan is indeed from this set. Hello. Maybe we'll open one. I would like to have that for Commander on MTGO. I think that would be very cool for that sweaty metagame. Oh shit, is Chatterstorm right? There's squirrels in this set. That's a draft archetype. There's also Storm? So maybe we force Storm if we're being completely undisciplined. The Ooze was in this, right? Yes, Ave Progenitor Ooze, the Storm win condition for green mana. Yeah, what a cool card. Shout out to them for taking that swing. That was fun. Ignoble Hierarch, I remember you. And green being the storm color is so funny. I think it makes sense. Usually the storm color is the color with rituals, but if you aren't playing a bunch of rituals, then the other thing that you do is ramp and then take a bunch of game actions, and green is going to do that best, I think. So, I get it. The Rasta Tempest's Roar. What a card. I don't think I've ever cast one of these. But trample over planeswalkers and hexproof as long as it entered the battlefield this turn seems pretty alright at killing your opponent. Tireless Provisioner, my beloved. Playing your land should be its own reward, dude. You should not get a fucking Lotus Petal for playing a land. And there she is. There's the girl herself, Asmarana Martika Diced Kuldakar. And Dakon Shadow Slayer. Hello. Yeah, I want one of these. I've been playing Yannette Cryptic Sovereign in Commander lately, and because it was just built with cards on my desk, and we've done that a couple of times now, the cards on my desk are of, shall we say, varying quality, and so my mana base is fucking trash. It's just gates. And, like, temples, and a bunch of slow-ass tapped lands. But I think if we lean further into the Esper Gates theme, we can play Dakon Shadow Slayer, and he's got the, like, lands synergy, and we've got plenty of 3-drop mana rocks. This is, like, almost a good card in that deck. And the Surveil 2 lets me set up the top deck for Yannette. I'm fucking onto something. And there's, yeah, Gaedron Dahada, hello. I have played this in Commander like once, and I would like to do more of that, but I have no idea where she goes, dude. Because I'm not just like slamming that in every Grixis deck or whatever. Maybe I should just be doing that. We'll try that. Jot that down. Hello, Garth One Eye, with 5 spells from Alpha in your pocket. Very cool. Grist the Hunger Tide is from here? Incredible. What a Magic the Gathering card. Pew the Volatile. Yo, I remember when this came out. And I put together Mardu Legends, and people were doing the thing where you like explode Piru on purpose, and I was just like, I'm gonna have an Elder Dragon in the command zone, and if you see that, then something's gone horribly wrong, but I'm going to pay for it every time and beat you to death with my 7/7. And that plan almost works until somebody thinks that they can weaponize her board wipe mode for their purposes, and what it actually does is balloons my life total out of fucking control, like into the fucking stratosphere, dude. You can't touch me. So I just get them. So funny story about Grist, kinda. Do tell. Give me the deets. Sithis, not a fan. Really wish that card didn't exist. Yesri Fortune's Flame is my fucking dude. I just played this yesterday. You flip 5 coins every time, and when you get Omniscience, set up your deck so that when you get Omniscience, you win the game. And that's what we did. We got Omniscience. Shout out to Academy Manufacturer. You're the fucking worst. Cauldron Complete, my beloved. Nettle Cyst. Oh, dude, Scion of Dracos from here? Hell yes. Alright, so when I was young, Magic Origins just released young, I was making up ideas of Planeswalker Spark moments and discussing them with my friend. Most of them were jokes. Okay, continue. Void Mirror. This is extremely mid, and maybe I should just play it more and see if it has more of an impact. Because I have a greater desire to be a hater as of late. People just keep getting away with free value, and I want to do my part to clamp down on that. One of the jokes you had was a caterpillar being swatted at that trauma, igniting its... and that trauma igniting its spark, turning into a butterfly person. Oh shit! So I imagine you were like... when they dropped Grist. Because that's basically that. Yeah, the scream I scrumped when Wizards released Caterpillar Grist. Yes. Oh, dude, there's fetches in this set? No way. Okay, maybe that's the like peak of my greed, because I do need an Arid Mesa for my collection on MTGL. We just gotta fucking wrap up that cycle of fetches, and then I'll be able to fully greed max on the platform. Why are all of these after those cards up there? I don't fucking know. Who knows, dude? Alright, so that looks really good. Whoa. Okay, so we have an idea of what's in the set. I don't really know what our plan is. I think it is still just a rare draft and put something together. I was gonna look up draft archetypes, but I just like don't actually care, is the thing. We're just gonna put something together and it'll play Magic the Gathering. We're good enough to do at least that. Maybe we take a W or two. Alright, time for the customary communing with ley lines. Today's bad draft decisions brought to you by a spice melange, as it were, of cheetah piss and GDP and no, not GDP. It's SFVOG. There we go, and gelato. All right, nailed it. Your guess is squirrels, modular, and then everything else is just a rare mythic draft. I don't know. I opened the set purely for the cards in it. Hell yeah, dude. I think I bought like 2 packs of Modern Horizons too. This was, I think, kind of early when I was playing Magic the Gathering. We started around Throne of Eldraine. This is like 2 years after that, I think. So yeah, still pretty early in my Magic the Gathering career. Cheers, gamers. Spark 'em if you got 'em. All right. And with her returns to her esteemed position, and me with my 2 drinks, we are fully locked and loaded. All right, time to minimize this window. Let's get into it. All right. We were working on a Mardu discard commander deck. It's probably bad, but I do think it's very funny to just empty people's hands and then force them to rely exclusively on cards like Gonti Night Minister or Karazakara the Eye Tyrant for card advantage. Just like, your options are to dance to my tune if you would like to play Magic the Gathering. All right, limited Modern Horizons 2 Draft League, 12 event tickets. Let's rock. All right, we got 4 of 8 players in the queue. I guess in the meantime, anybody playing them Strixhaven precons yet? I have played all of them by this point. And I think I liked the Lorehold one the most, which really surprised me. All of the cards in the blue-red precon are what I like to be doing in the game of Magic the Gathering, but don't do as much because of time equity reasons. And Lorehold's just like a reanimator deck that's also a go wide aggro deck, and even though you're taking a lot of game actions, you are actively working towards advancing the game state meaningfully via the reduction of life totals and beating people's asses. And that's what it's about. And I'm really enamored of that card, Augusta. I've forgotten her subtitle, but I just posted about her on the internet this morning. She exiles the card from each graveyard on attacks. It is the person whose graveyard it is, like they get to choose. So you're not guaranteed to get something good from there, but for every non-land card that you exile, you put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. And she is flying and vigilance, so like you might as well put it on her, but it doesn't have to be her, and I think that's very cool. I love new and exciting ways to be a fucking hater. I did also really enjoy the owl from the Silver Quill precon. I think Scriv is its name. The way that that guy puts contract enchantments on people and just gives you the implication of you should swing somewhere that's not me, but doesn't actually force it, I think is very funny. That deck is excellent if you are a yapper. If you want to involve yourself in fucking every combat, definitely pick that up. All right. Um, I don't actually like Karth the Lion as a card very much, if I'm being totally honest. I have played this guy in Commander, and Golgari Planeswalkers absolutely gets there. You take a lot of great game actions, um, ramp up a lot, and really just like amass board state and then crush your opponents. And I don't. It doesn't move me. I think this Sojourner's Companion with Artifact Land Cycling is actually the pick, so that I don't have to commit to anything yet. Normally it would just be like snap, keep, Karth the Lion, make it work, but there's not a whole lot of Planeswalkers in the set, and I don't even like the card that much in Commander, so it's 2 levels of like, go be somewhere else. Yeah, alright, we're 7 seconds left, lock that in. I think I do like Asmar and Amartica Diced Cool to card though, so we're gonna snag that and try and make it work. I also actually really like Fire Ice. Not a lot of people know this about me, but I keep a copy of this card in my wallet. So I think either of these are very high picks. And I think I want this. Yeah, keep that fucking thing on me. We so don't have time for me to show you, but it is just literally over there. I could go do it. Damn, Tracy went 1-6 in your draft. RIP. I think we're gonna take the Silver Bluff Bridge. Actually, do I have a Shardless Agent? That's the real question. If I'm fully greed maxing, I think we should just take this for like Teamer Cascade problems in the 100 card singleton format that I primarily enjoy. Yeah, that's the move. What set is Crashing Footfalls in? Did I miss that? I think that's MH1. Yo, I'm bad at drafting too, Tracy. You see me out here greed maxing? I'm just doing whatever fucking sparks the most joy. I think I'm supposed to take Unholy Heat because that's a card that I recognize from 60 card constructed, which means it's of a certain power level, and that seems like I should be looking for cards that are powerful. So yeah, we're gonna snag that one. Protection from artifacts actually probably bangs in this set. Hey, we got the removal fans in chat. Alright, sounds good, Steven. Thank you for the vindication. Alright, and then you're excited about Lorehold personally, and wanted it to be the Simone precon, but the pre-built deck just doesn't do it for me, especially since I've brewed her beforehand already. Like, no doppelgang? Where am I supposed to get my dopamine hits from? Great question. I am gonna take this Inevitable Betrayal because I have a Cascade spell and I can live the dream. If I'm not doing that though, I think the move is probably Orchard Strider because we can basically uncycle that and fix for whatever other colors we want to enable the rest of our greed maxing. But if this works out, I'm just gonna snag their, I don't know, whatever their biggest guy is. And that'll be extremely fucking funny. I do gotta remember to get artifact lands for our game plan, though. I don't think I've ever read this card. Okay, that's cool. I don't think we have the Reanimator cards yet. Who knows, dude? This has affinity for artifacts. If I'm already playing this Shardless Agent and this Sojourner's Companion, and eventually we're gonna take a crack open, then this is like not a bad game plan. I think that's the move. And even just putting it on suspend and giving them a clock to end you or have their win con being taken is just good. Yeah, it sounded good. Hmm. Do we take battle plans for the fixing to enable my greed and to enable delirium for an unholy heat? Perhaps. It sounded reasonable saying it out loud, so I think that's the move. That or Brainstone? Alright, sounds good. Oh, dude, Extruder? This card kills people. I adore Late to Dinner as a card. This is not like on plan remotely right now, but it bangs. Arcbound Tracker wants me to be casting multiple spells, which Cascade can do, is an artifact which enables the other stuff that we have going on, and has Modular and Menace itself. Those are good-ass keywords. Snagging it. There's this fucking Karth guy. I don't want it, dude. Go away. Counterspell? I don't want to cascade into that. I would be so pissed. I think we're gonna take the Sea Drake. Return 2 target lands you control. Lands you control? Go to bed. Alright, Power Depot it is. Unless it's Faithless Salvaging. Is this card good? It didn't feel good. I do really like Galvanic Relay though. Even if this only does like Storm for 2 more spells, like I'm in. I think we take the Jewel-Eyed Cobra, because that is a... No, we did not. We ended up picking the Fire Ice over her. Okay, we did say that we wanted to grab the crack open, and destroying artifacts looks like it's going to be important in this set, so let's do that. Yeah, we'll take Flame Rift. 4 damage to each player, just like dramatically shorten the clock. Let's take another crack open. And then Scourge Familiar, yay! I don't think Master of Death is what we want to be picking. I actually really dig Terramorph. It's got Rebound, which will enable my multiple spells casting per turn, which is maybe the good thing about that other red spell. We can think about the Faithless Salvaging later, if we get one. But I think the move is Terramorph. Ornithopter though? Oh, there's an Ornithopter of Paradise, holy shit. You gotta read the whole pack. This guy is he's a bro, he's a fan. Or I'm a fan. And we get the early ramp. Yeah, this is perfect. You are correct. We do have to be thinking about artifact count. There's an Unholy Heat, which would feel good. I also think maybe we want this Storm God's Oracle. She's cute. Whenever you cast a spell, mana value 4 or greater. I don't know how many of those we're gonna have. But making a Thopter every time I cast one of these things with affinity would be cool. I think that's the move. Let's do that. Unless we take this Combine Chrysalis. This is a thing that I've heard in Commander occasionally. And that's an uncommon, so let's snag that. It's more likely that the other guy's gonna come back. Bro, Goblin and Archimancer, thank you. Big fan of your work. Look at all of my red and green spells. Yeah, let's just Windmill Slam that in the cart. Oh, Captain Ripley Vance. Hello. Can we get to 3 spells? Do we have... Not yet, but maybe. I think we want to live the dream. Yeah, that's the move. I'm going to say Captain Ripley Vance, because I absolutely adore her from Commander. And we're just going to build more towards casting multiple spells. I like Lightning Spear because I like knives, and +1/+0 trample, and also being able to lightning bolt somebody seems good. This Abiding Grace is an extremely annoying card in Commander. We do not have the cards for Resurgent Belief, but that is very cool that it's here. Zuran Orb is a 0 drop, which means Storm Count 1. Goblin and Archimancer, again, further discounting our spells, allows us to go even harder per turn, so I think we're going to take that. This guy puts instants and sorceries back in our hand. I don't know if we cast him for the Madness cost, and I think that's where he's best, probably. And this guy's kind of just big. Maybe we need a thing that's just big? I don't know, dude. I think now we take this Brainstone. And I guess this is going to keep us alive long enough to storm off, so we have to respect it. Do we take the Brainstone again? I think we need a couple more ways to search our library if we're gonna do that. With, like, land cycling and whatnot. But otherwise, yeah, this guy, he seems fine. Yeah, we'll take the Galvanic Relay, I think. I'd love to draw a card. Hello, Orchard Strider. Perfect. Thank you. I guess we take that and put it in the sideboard, and take that and put it in the sideboard. Because we are extremely not casting that. Whenever a green creature you control enters scry 1, that's probably pretty good. We have green creatures. Lannis Cryptozoologist. I think this, if you squint, says cast a dew to draw a card, which is extremely hard to overcome in Limited. I just lose the game to people who get to replace all of their guys. So that's what I'm going to take, because I want to be the person with the overwhelming card advantage. Bro, Vindicate? What? Oh, is Jade Avenger good? What does Bushido do? I should probably read that. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Oh, okay, so you're a 2-mana 4/4. Got it. Yeah, I'll just fucking put that in my pocket. Sounds great. I thumb my nose at you, sit this, and I take Silver Bluff Bridge. Goodness. Bro, solitary confinement? We can't use that, like, at all. It's very funny, though. What do we take, then? We get another removal spell. We get a cheap large. Maybe we take the other removal spell. We got 18 creatures. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, I would love an Obsidian Charma, thank you. Yeah, didn't even need to think about it. We're locking that one in real quick. Huge fan of Obsidian Charma's work. Fractured Sanity is extremely rude. Big fan of that. I don't think that's actually what we want here. I think Mind Collapse is very funny because if it's my turn, I can cast it for free by sacrificing a mountain, which is Storm Count 1. And then we can cast more spells. And that enables Delirium for the Unholy Heat Lamau. Yeah, so I think Mind Collapse is the move. And dealing 5 to a thing will just feel very satisfying. I think Tavern Scoundrel is a good card in Yuzri, and it's probably bad here, but I have this vision of sacrificing clues to this ability and making treasures, and it's entirely probable that that goes fucking nowhere, but we have to try, right? Or maybe we just take bottle gnomes. Let's take this Arcbound Tracker too. I haven't forgotten you. You were a storm payoff. And I think we want this Mirror Scrappling because that guy you can cast for 1, and we can put +1/+1 counters on people with trample or other evasive keywords. Otherwise, the Recalibrate is maybe an option. Like, I'm not too proud to unsummon target creature, but I'm really feeling the Mirror Scrappling, so that's what we're gonna go with. We take another Bottle Gnomes. Or the Lightning Spear. Lightning Spear goes any target. I can send that upstairs. We'll take that. And then, we knew we'd get one. We'll take this Faithless Salvaging. And I think we take this, or creatures you control gain haste. That's a strong line of text. That is a repeatable removal engine, so we'll try. And that's the last card. Alright, let's see if we can get something playable out of this. All of you to the sideboard. Alright, so we want our creatures, and we need... I think it's 15. How many did it say in the thing? Hang the... Okay, yeah, we want 15 creatures, and then the rest of those up to 23, the other types. Alright. We can do that. We can pick 15 creatures. Let's get this Soul of Migration and the Healer's Flock out of here. We're not casting those. I think we definitely want the Goblin and Archomancers and Lannis and the Jade Avenger. This Jewel-Eyed Cobra is basically a green Doomblade if you squint. Shardless Agent is funny, so that's there, and Ripley Vance is a win condition, so we definitely take her. We're at 7 creatures so far. We gotta grab both of these guys because they fix, and then a Charmaw because I love her. And then this draws card, not draws card, it gains life, right? We did want the Ornithopter. This guy blows stuff up. And then we really like Arcbound Tracker because they're cute. By which I mean they're win condition and have good keywords, and modular can move those counters to other guys. And then our last one is a hasty guy, maybe? That seems fine. Alright, then show me the rest of these. Okay, we want the Brainstone and a Galvanic Relay. And Battle Plan, Fire Ice. I think if we can make tokens, this will be good, and we can if we play these crack opens and other stuff. We don't really have a whole lot that wants to see us discarding a card. Oh, is our last pick just Inevitable Betrayal? I think that's the move. That'll be very funny. Alright, well this is almost playable. Let's add these lands. Is it just these two? Okay, yeah. And then add basics. Let me get these Edge of Eternity basics. Yeah, I think that's the move. We don't have a whole lot of blue spells. Okay. Absolutely a harebrained scheme. And when this works out, we will be fucking dabbing and pog champing. Alright. Play. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, time to live the dream. Alright, bro. Any day now. There we go. All it took was sighing wearily. Yes, I would like to play first. This is one land. I will not be keeping that. This has 2 and a land cycler, so I think we keep that and we put the bottle gnomes at the bottom. Oh, sick. Maybe we just have everything then, instead of land cycling? Yeah, we'll just play this island, and then here's Lona's Cryptozoologist, whatever, dude. Oh, Storm Count 1, thank you. We've got a nice little counter there. Yeah, just like we drew it. Let's play a mountain and then go to combat. We'll see what we can get away with. Alright. Let's see if we can cast Captain Ripley Vance directly into this blue and white mana then. Alright. Fucking over for you, opponent. You've already lost. Damn, Lonis doesn't untap. That's still fine. She's a Phyrexian Arena, bro. We got this. Can we crack a clue and land cycle? No, because our artifact lands into the battlefield tapped. So I think we will simply play this and then go to combat, bonk you with Ripley Vance. And then cast the Lash Claw. Chrome Courier. Alright. So this guy enters and draws them a card, basically. Piercing Rays and Brainstone. And they put Brainstone into their graveyard? No, that means they have Piercing Rays in their hand. Unfortunate. Oh, we totally did not crack this clue in their end step like we were supposed to when we were good Magic players. Alas. Let's blow their shit up so that we can attack uninterrupted with Vance and our Lash Claw. Or we hold this in hand and save it for when they... it's because we wanted to keep it for artifact affinity. Yeah, totally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're actually very close. We play our land and we can cast this 4/4. Is that what we want to do? Not really. Bro, Magic the Gathering is so hard. I think it'll satisfy me most emotionally if we just fucking crunch them. So get that out of here, and then I'll hit you for 5. Like, I'm beat down, dude. Alright, let's not forget this time we are going to crack the clue in the end step. Okay, now they cast that Piercing Rays. Oh, I absolutely knew about that. Definitely read the card. Alright. Let's rock. You're still gonna lose this game because I've got Lonus, so we're fine. I just need to remember to crack my clues. It's totally okay. Let's play a Jewel-Eyed Cobra, maybe? Maybe we crack this clue and see if we can hit our next land drop. Oh, hello, Shardless Agent. Then we cast this and Brainstone. Oh, you have to spend money to activate this? Whack. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna spin that d20. Close. How about Goblin and Archomancer? I think that'll do nicely. Yeah, we'll take that. Instant board state. It would have been so funny to just rip the Inevitable Betrayal right there, though. Ugh, I wish. You were passing with a lot of open mana, opponent. Please be chill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we can cast this guy, or we can cast this Brainstone, and it's kind of a ramp spell for our guy, and then we feel even better about casting it. I think perhaps that is the move. But that is the kind of thing that we do post-combat main. I'm gonna fucking full swingies at them again, because I'm the beatdown. Crunch. That felt good. Okay, then Brainstone. God, they are so sus, dude. That's so much open mana, and they have 5 cards in hand. They're absolutely looking to, like, air quotes, mana drain this guy or whatever, and it's not even good. But if we untap, then we just, like, get to kill them. So that's the move. Alright, there's my guys. And we have 2 clues that we can crack on end step, so we're not, like, completely... What? Flash in, dress down? What are you doing? Beginning of the end step. Okay, well, this is in my end step, so you get to keep dress down for a whole turn. What do you have? Like, this is a vanilla 4/4. Oh, out of time. This card sucks hardcore. We're gonna see if we can find something for it. No? No? Okay. We do have 2 removals for that. You are correct. It just fucking honks. Yeah, we gotta find them. And that's okay. That's what we have this Brainstone for. So let's crack this Brainstone. Oh, hello, Inevitable Betrayal. Put 2 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put the Mount Velis Manticore and the forest back. And then we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cast this Jade Avenger and suspend Inevitable Betrayal. No, Out of Time says that they're gone until um yeah, I think if we blow up the Out of Time, then they do come back in my upkeep or some shit like that. That's so annoying. Counter it unless we pay 4 total. Alright, yield all. I don't have anything. You didn't think I had that, did you? I bet you their deck is just like a mono removal, though. Given what we've seen from them so far. Glorious Enforcer? Okay, you know what? Never mind. I take that back, opponent. I did not respect your game. I did not think that you were just buying time to the angel who fucking kills you. This is the thing that I would be trying to steal with Inevitable Betrayal. I don't know, are you out here casting blue-white spells and being very normal about it? Alright, here's this Mount Ellis Manticore. And then let's go to combat. We're, I don't think, gonna discard anything because the number of card types, like, we really need to discard things with 2 or more types to make that worth it. Letting your opponent extend into a board wipe that you've had since opening hand is very you-coded. Fair. I think we can just keep pressing them with this death-touching snake, though, and win the game like that. So if they don't answer that, that's probably GG's. JK, they gain 5 life. And then they have the Healer's Flock. I hate that bitch. And we've run out of our clues. Truly unfortunate. Okay, I think we have lost this. We can swing at them for 6, and they can gain 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have an Inevitable Betrayal that we could suspend and take 3 turns, and we don't really have that much time. So I think we concede this and then move to the next game and save time on the clock so that we, if we have to grind it out in game 3, have the time to do it. But that game with the 2 flying lifelinkers is pretty over. I think we want another crack open. I don't know what we cut for that, though. Everything felt pretty alright, except for this Mount Bellis Manticore. Okay, cut that guy. We'll play the crack open. And then the Combine Chrysalis. Yeah, you think we cut that? We made a lot of clue tokens, but that's only in the context of Lana's Cryptozoologist. I don't think we're making a bunch of tokens otherwise. So yeah, that's probably a cut. And we can play either Lightning Spear or Galvanic Relay. I think Lightning Spear. All right, let's rock. Chat, I don't think we keep this fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lander plus Inevitable Betrayal. This is so bad. This is not better. We're gonna give it one more shot, I think. because I'm literally like 6 lands and a Charmoth. Okay, we're gonna keep this because we can't mull to 4. And we'll put back the Shardless Agent because we're not guaranteed we can cast her. And Bottle Gnomes because that's a problem for future Empress Quinn. Alright. Then we island go. Mountain, and then we're gonna land cycle the companion on their end step. And then we can play the tapped bridge and our Lash Claw. And they cycle their own Surgeoner's Companion. Moderation, I'm almost certain, is a card that I lose the game to, similarly to how they just lose the game to Lana's Cryptozoologist. They can only cast 1 spell per turn, but if all of their spells are removal, then it doesn't fucking matter. I think we're gonna hold on to Brainstone. Hello, Atria. Did you know there was a brief world that I thought that the White Emeritus would have balance as its prepared spell? Brad. Ain't no way. They're not putting a repeatable balance right there. Don't they like make you exile Mages of the Balance or some shit? I think we are going to full swingies at them because I'm the beatdown. Oh, he doesn't exile himself? You just sacrifice Mages of the Balance? That is not the card that I remember. I made up a fairer card. Alright, this is not looking great for our heroes because I do keep top decking lands, but I think it is fine and we're just going to continue being in the staring contest in which I am the beatdown and I hit them with 2 2/2s every turn. Yeah, just sacrifice this creature. Wow. Lens Flare does a Johnny's 5 damage. Great. On the Anarchomancer, of course. Then we hit you for 2 with my Lash Claw, whatever. And then we got an end step, because I don't have shit. 7 mana for a balance that you needed to give haste to. Yeah. They hit my guy with the So Shiny, so I can't even start, like, or continue to beat them down. We gotta find a card advantage spell stat. Okay, an Ornithopter of Paradise is not super what we were looking for. Life is so hard. Alright, we gotta hit this brainstorm. There's gotta be something better in here. And they're basically tapped out, so if any time is the time to do it. Maybe it's now. Hello, Captain Ripley Vance. I think we will put these... Yeah, we don't have a way to shovel, whatever. We'll put a forest in the Ornithopter on top, and then we'll cast Vance. And then she can help us kill them. Right, we gotta make sure we play our legally allowed land play per turn. Your mental universe is realigning itself. Tap, target untapped creature. Do you have another piercing rays? You do. Great. I have one card in hand, and they have a moderation. I think we can move on. This game sounds pretty over, dude. We'll see if they remove this Ornithopter. If they get that too, then we are definitely donezos. Okay, that's their spell for turn. Alright, I'm conceding. They're casting the fucking draw 3 cards and getting a payoff of drawing another card from moderation. There's no universe where we win that game. Because we're top decking. I do gotta hand it to them. They did build a sick deck. Game can recognize game, even though it was not fucking fun to be on the other end of that. Alright, I would like to play first. I think we can keep this. This is not like the best, but it's got Linus, who is pretty important. We'll figure out something to do. No, another blue-white land. Everybody better not be on blue-white removal typo today. You gotta have green to basic land cycle this? What is this bullshit? Alright, whatever, dude. Brainstone. Both Mystical Archive and Armageddons are like the best art for it. Yeah, they did look very good. I really like the Mystical Archives this time around. Like, I've always really liked that treatment, but this one is hidden. Alright, there's a mountain, and then we're gonna cast this Arcbound Tracker, I guess, because, that's what we've got. I looked at the whole, like, mystical archive the other day and was thinking about what, like, a deck built with a bunch of... I am not blocking that. I have plans for this guy. But yeah, I was thinking about what a deck full of mystical archive cards would look like, and then remembered that they mostly put that on, like, removal and card advantage spells. So then, yeah, mystical archive control. That's a deck that you can play. I put it together, and I don't think it's very good, but I do kind of want to play it out. Looking forward to watching me draft that set. Thank you. I'm looking forward to playing it. Oh, they made this a forest, though. That's perfect. Because now I can go find an actual forest and still play Lannis Cryptozoologist. Let's basic land cycle in this. We'll tap this and add green. Thanks, opponent. And then we'll tap this for blue and this mountain for green. You stopped running Armageddon because you thought the card was too inefficient compared to, like, Cataclysm and Yoga Ops. Yeah, that one just hits lands, right? And the other two are hitting lands and creatures. My favorite spell to blow up all of the lands is actually, I think, Catastrophe, because you get the option to either wrath all creatures or wrath all lands. And sometimes you just need to jump scare them. Artifact land walk? What do you mean? You can only block that, so I don't think we'll be blocking there. We'll simply take the damage. Catastrophe is also a cool card. Yeah, thank you. I thought so. There's actually a red version of it that hits both called Devastation. Sick. Destroy all creatures and lands. Yeah, exactly what it says on the tin. Perfect. Yeah, there's that, and then Lannis has the clue, and I think I just want to draw a card with that? I don't know. Let's go to combat, actually. Am I the beatdown? I don't think so. Not anymore, dude. But I can hit for 3. Never mind, I've decided I'm the beatdown. Fuck them. Bro, they have Soul Talisman? If they have the sufficient quantity of card advantage to back up all of that mana and can, like, have things to do every turn, that does spell doom for us. Ladder Technique, is that the 4 mana, 5 mana? It's the new one, right? What's that guy do? And you gain 3 life? We're gonna lose the game to Chrome Couriers. Chat, they have Thought Monitor. We are so toast. 5 mana, double red, double blue. Right. Okay, so this activated ability is for Commander, because sacrificing 2 clues to rip something mana value 2 or less from the top 2 cards of their library is such a like wild goose chase. I think the move for her is probably to just draw cards with the clues. And so that's what we're gonna do. And we've drawn a land. Sick. Okay. Then let's play this Bottle Gnomes and then we'll just go to combat. And it's acceptable if either of these creatures die in this exchange because we make a treasure on one of them and the Arcbound tracker has the modular. We can put those counters on the Bottle Gnomes. Alright, we made a treasure and got rid of their flyer. Sick. And I think we're all good to pass the turn here. It's like that. Like, that's a card you run in VV. Like, odds are he'll live through because you give him a counter for casting it. Just make sure he's 5 toughness when you do. Yeah, you can absolutely play that there. I would like to play that in my Ormakar Relic Wraith and Pyromancer's Goggles deck to fork that and deal 8 damage to everything or draw 8 cards. I think that would be very satisfying to resolve. Look at that, I can no longer block, and they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power in the air. Sick. Yeah, the Heroes of the Realm deck. Alright, well. Let's cast the Sojourner's Companion for 1. Storm count 1. You're not allowed to rule 0 Heroes of the Realm commanders. You drive your playgroup insane with them. Understandable. You do have to just like maintain a certain level of mid-smokingness with them because they are very strong Magic the Gathering cards. And if you take the busted commanders from there and do the busted things with them, then they're just, yep, great job. Okay. We absolutely lost this game. Let's cast a Galvanic Relay. Alright, you got it, opponent. You're trying to make a VV deck that isn't reliant on him to operate. I'm gonna say the worst fucking sentence to you, and you have to promise to use this power responsibly. But have you already considered VV Super Friends? Because those guys don't give a fuck if Vivi's around or not. He literally just advances the game state meaningfully via the reduction of life totals whenever you cast a Chandra, and then can block them very effectively by being large, and provides the ramp to cast more of your Chandras. Listen, it doesn't have to entirely be Chandras. You can play a Teferi. Alright, we gotta actually, like, do this. I want the Combine Chrysalis out and another crack open in. We'll just fucking get their asses. And then the Mount Velis Manticore we can cut so that we can play Mind Collapse, because I want to play that now. What did we just add? What the fuck? Maybe it was that. Mind Collapse, get in there. Okay, we figured it out. Submit deck. Yes, I would love to play first. This is not a good hand, but we're gonna keep it anyway. I have literally lands and brainstoned. Oh, you're trying to build VV stacks, and Planeswalkers are great under stacks pieces because they don't cost mana to activate. This is true. I think that's your direction then. We'll play this tapped Power Depot because I still have nothing better to do. And we're just gonna be huge chillin', waiting for something to happen. Oh hell yeah, dude, I love Batterbone. Alright, we can play this Viashino Lashclaw. I think they played a bunch of blue-white lands last game. So they're on like banned artifacts. Or perhaps just tokens in general. And we have 3 artifacts, so we can cast this Sojourner's Companion pretty cheaply once we play our land for turn. One, 2, 3, 4. I think we are just gonna discard a card so that we can swing with this Sojourner's Companion right now. Hold my 4/4. Sick. Nailed it. This really is the year of the, is it? No, they have a Tireless Provisioner. That's not what I want to see, dude. Yeah, it's really good. I think we set it up top, but like, playing your land should not get you fucking Lotus Petal. Yeah, it's Lotus Cobra, except you get to put the fucking money in the savings account. And it can pad your life total too, how dare they? attacks are like not great, but I think we're gonna swing with the companion because I've decided that I'm still the beatdown. They're gonna chump block it with the squirrel token though, and that'll be extremely frustrating. They sure are chilling here in combat, though. Come on, Sacred Coconut. Alright, there we go. Swing with the companion. What's good? Actually, do we just swing with everything? I don't know, dude. Yeah, whatever. Like, you're not gonna block with your Tireless Provisioner. That's not what you put it in your deck for. And then I just get to hit them for 6. I kind of want to hit this Brainstone, though. There's got to be a 3-drop in the top couple of cards of my deck that we can play instead of passing the turn with 5 open mana and lands in hand. Yeah, let's put the Galvanic Relay and a Forest. Put the Forest back first, and then Galvanic Relay. So we can draw this next turn, and then play Crack Open on their stupid fucking Chitter Spitter. I smelled scuff. Is it coming from here or are we cooking? We got bodied by a blue-white artifacts deck. Not even an artifacts deck, a blue-white moderation deck first game. But this game we are maybe cooking. Okay. Let's pass the turn here. And then next turn we can hit him with the Mind Collapse and then the Galvanic Relay and exile some cards. Everything in moderation is a funny name for an Azorius deck. No, they all think they're so fucking clever when they do that, and they're not. Because they're out there playing, like, if this is in the like commander deck, they're also playing Rule of Law to make sure that everybody else is only casting 1 spell a turn. I'm just salty at getting blue-white spells, okay? That's what's actually going on here. I can attest to this as a member of the Azorius Guild. Well, thank you, Etria. My go-to brawl deck is Azor, no fuck you. Light! How could you? No! Brawl is another planet though, so you know what? The Arbiters of Commander Valhalla cannot see Brawl. You are allowed to be as rude as you want there. You need to cast 40 blue and white spells this week? Sit down, I'm casting all of them in this game. No, I'm not sitting down. I'm leaving expeditiously. What's that D&D spell? Yeah, I'm casting Expeditious Retreat. Okay, we're gonna tap this for a red mana, then we're gonna cast this Mind Collapse by sacrificing a mountain, and as much as I don't want to kill their Phyrexian Germ token because I need to kill this Tireless Provisioner, I also need to stop them from fucking gaining life and make them spend all of that mana all over again to recast or to re-equip the equipment. Alright, we're gonna cast the Galvanic Relay now. Everyone thinks that I'm a Grand Arbiter guy, and I'm like, he's too easy. And that's why you're a Hand of Ships Navigator fangirl. She is very strong. Where's my exile zone, bro? Why didn't you put any of those in an easy spot for me to see? Is it here? No, inevitable betrayal in a mountain. None of this means any, or forest, whatever. None of this means anything. We're absolutely boned. I'm just gonna hit them for 6. This honks. And they really ponied up all of the mana to put the Batterbone on the Tireless Provisioner. Annoying. And they have a Chrome Courier. It's not looking good for our Heroes gamers. Oh, and here's a Steelfin Whale just for the fuck of it. Okay, well we can blow up the Batterbone and turn off that amount of lifelink, which would make things suck a little less, and then see what else we can get our hands on. That's like our best move. And I just really fucking hate it when my opponents gain life. Alright, there's that, and then I'm not the beatdown anymore, so we're not swinging. Oh, the Steelfin Whale basically has Vigilance. That's funner. They gave it Artifact Landwalk. Great. And we top deck a Goblin and Archomancer. That's not gonna cut it, gamers. I will be extending a hand across the table to you. You got lethal. That didn't go very well. Alright, well we got one more match, so we can play one more match. Let's rock. Alright. I think we're going to keep this because we can land cycle with Battle Plan, and we've got the Anarchomancer and then Jade Avenger and Lashclaw for next turn. Rift Sower entered the Exile Zone? Okay. Fuck me for not having a turn 1 play, my bad. And here's my Anarchomancer. It's my turn for game actions. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. Are you on Wooburg? Is this a fucking Garth Commander deck? We can actually cast Battle Plan next turn, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I want to give a guy +2/+0. Yeah. There's my 2 guys and we'll pass. The fuck is this? Cast with 5 colors? They had Converge in this set? This is a 10/10 that can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. I think we just lose to that. I don't have any creatures that aren't power 2 or less. We'll see if we top deck, like... I don't think we... I literally don't think we have anything that answers that. Fuck, dude. What the hell? Well, shit. I guess we'll play this Goblin and Archomancer. God, none of these attacks feel good because everything just dies to a 10/10. A 10/10 that we can't even block. Each opponent loses X life and you gain X life. X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast the spell. I'm getting styled on now. And they have another Rift Sower on suspend. Okay, we don't have anything. Then we lose. What the hell? Here's my battle plan, woo. Yeah, literally not even a GG. Okay, so Converge is real, apparently, and you just die to it sometimes. Fuck, dude, none of my red removal does fucking anything against a 10/10. And it's not even an artifact or anything, so a crack open's not gonna get it. I guess our best bet is to just take it out of their library with inevitable betrayal. Alright. Sometimes you just lose to cards, and that's fine. Let's do those cuts though, and put the other card that we wanted to be playing in here. Mind Collapse, yeah. Every time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll keep this. I'm gonna play Lunas, and they're not gonna answer that. See you later, Light. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, this hand did look alright, Steven. Hopefully they don't answer my bombs, and we get to draw cards with clues. Okay. Looking good so far. Mountain. And let's just get in there for combat damage. Damn, the Kaleidoscorch from Ilanus. Well, that sucks. They really do have just all of the bridges, though. Fully committed to the 5-color bullshit. And it's not even anything that I can interact with, because I can't blow up their fucking indestructible lands. We're just gonna play this guy. The Mount Velis, whatever. Damage to any target? No, I'm okay. It's actually a bigger number if this creature hits you. And they cast their Rift Sower. And hardcast a Wave Sifter. You can cast Fire Ice and either shock their Wave Sifter or tap the Wave Sifter and draw a card. I think shocking the Wave Sifter is the move because I don't want them to have a flyer, and then I can swing with impunity with my Mount Velis Manticore. So yeah, we're gonna send 2 damage there. And then we go to combat. We're not gonna discard anything. We're gonna move straight to attackies and then hit them with the 3/4. And then I think we hold on to things here. I really feel like they're about to cast like a 5-color Wrath or something. You cast a Radiant Epic here with 4 colors and burn me for 4 and gain 4, which buys them basically an extra turn. Extremely tilting. I'll draw a card with this clue token and see if we can find something to get through here. Because that's a 5/5. What the fuck? Oh, it's Mind Collapse. Okay, well, we can do that at least. And I don't have anything that wants to see Storm right now, so I think I'm just gonna hard cast this. Blow up their guy and keep it pushing. Alright, things look alright so far. Orchard Strider. I had removal for 1 large, and then they cast another one immediately after. That's really frustrating of you, opponent. And it's not even the thing that I can remove with the removal in my hand. Ugh. Alright, what are we gonna do with this? Let's play Jade Avenger. The time has come for the Bushi Toad. Nah, I don't really want to discard anything. And that guy just dies if we send it into combat, so I think we are huge chillin'. Okay, here's where we lose. We play a 5-mana 10/10. And we do not have an answer for a 5-mana 10/10. Alright, well, that was fun. Yeah, we were out here. We came to ball. Oh, they did the annoying thing and left the Orchard Strider up to block too. Okay. I want out of here. I'm out. That game's over. Fuck. Well, gamers, that was not our best effort. We tried. Things didn't come together the way that we envisioned. What did we learn for next time? Great question. Unfortunately, it is probably still just greed maxing. I don't know what to tell you. I am who I am. Yeah, the next one will be better. A cool thing that we have now, though, is this Inevitable Betrayal. Let's see if we have one of those in my library already, because if not, then we can put that in the Cascade deck. I think for like blue cards, yeah. Oh, we did have that already. Lol. That's very funny. Oh shit, we have Step Through? Sick. Did not know about that. That can find If you want to be really annoying about it, the thing that you can do with step through is like wizard cycle for Archaeomancer and then play your Archaeomancer and put the step through back in your hand and go find a different wizard. Maybe something that enters the battlefield and puts like a Archaeomancer back in your hand so that you can recast an Archaeomancer and put the step through back in your hand and cycle that for another wizard. Just in all the things. Alright, gamers. I think that is gonna be it for us today. We gotta go be a pumpkin for a little bit and then perhaps play some Magic the Gathering. Oh, you are an Anala player, Steven? I had no idea. You love and hate step through. Tell me about it. Me, personally, I'm the, like, CEDH Anala player, so anything that helps me find the, what's her name? What is her name? Spellseeker is the, I'm here for it. Oh, all right, okay, so I'm seated. What do we got? Analo is your first real deck, and I love / played her constantly. Okay. You upgraded her every chance you got. Love to see that. But something about this tone is foreboding. The deck became so strong, but I'm a silly Blorbo player, and it was so easy to combo. Yeah. That is precisely why I don't play her in casual. Step through was just an instant win. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because she is so perfect. That's why I don't play her in casual, because I like know too much, and from my time in Anala CEDH that I just like, I don't want to turn it off to play it in other metagames. I really like what she's capable of there, so we let her shine. You cycle for Bloodline Necromancer, Infinite Haste Wizards, yeah. Oh, you reset the deck to pre-con settings? How's it been since then? It's been on your shelf, that's how, okay. Haven't touched it in forever. That is understandable. You had a weapon of great power, and then you're like, your power must be sealed away. I think she would be a sweet bracket for if you were to have one. You could do the like turbo to not even the Bloodline Necromancer guy, but the that orc pirate wizard, I think, from the Pirates set the first time, who enters the battlefield and I think thirds everybody's life totals. You have all of the CEDH cards literally next to the pre-con waiting. That's perfect. It's time, dude. Bracket 4 and all, let it rip. I think it's like Direfleet Ravager. It's gonna bother me if we don't find out. Yes, Direfleet Ravager, that's my dude. Yeah, if you just turbo Direfleet Ravager with Anala, that would be a very funny deck. That you could also like, is appropriate for the sweaty Magic metagame. Good times. Alright. I think the time has come, gamers. It's time to go see who else is on Twitch so that we can send y'all to go watch some Magic the Gathering over there. Alright, weird hours. I guess it's just me online for Magic. Well then, it's been lit, gamers. Thanks so much for coming through. Here's we do the closing speech. We've been MTG Lexicon, Dive Bar of EDH. Here here for your filthy drunken casual commander content. And as always, gamers, remember the next round is on us. Later, y'all.